Welcome to our lesson on e-commerce case studies. Today we will talk about three commerce platforms in the food industry that, in my opinion, can give you an idea of how successfully manage online sales. Cortilia is an e-commerce platform that offers local, organic, and fresh food directly from small-scale farmers. Cortilia aims to promote short food supply chains, reduce environmental impact, and support local agriculture. Too Good To Go is a mobile application that allows users to purchase surplus food from local restaurants, cafes, and grocery stores at a discounted price. The app aims to reduce food waste and provide affordable, high-quality meals to its users. Colvin is an online flower delivery service that connects customers with the local farmers who provide fresh, sustainable, and high-quality flowers and plants. The company uses a user-centered design approach to offer a seamless and personalized experience to its customers. So let's start with Cortilia. It is the most classic example of an e-commerce platform that we will be discussing today. It's the typical platform where customers can buy various products very similar to the e-commerce of supermarkets. And for the customer, the main advantage of this platform is being able to buy products from the farm to your home, as the slogan says. Cortilia is our ugly duckling. It has many usable services and a good attention to sustainability, but it does not communicate its values effectively. Some services that would have the brand position itself better in the market are almost hidden, such as the deposit return of packaging or the ability to buy ugly but cute products. To put it simply, the products excluded from the market due to aesthetic defects. This is an interesting example for you to reflect on the importance of investing in communication. Investing in services is important, but if users hardly notice that they exist, it's useless. Differentiating your brand is not important, it's essential. You must understand which problems can be solved and communicate your solutions. In terms of solutions adopted by Cortilia to solve its user problems, I want to talk about the two purchasing methods. The first is the classic one you find in every commerce, where the user selects the products, adds them to the cart, enters the address and delivery date, and completes the purchase. The second, much more interesting for our purposes, is the subscription. In essence, the user chooses a type of subscription, fruit, vegetables, meats, and indicates the frequency with which they want to receive their groceries. This way, users not only receive fresh and quality products conveniently at home, and this solves their main problem, but also help to support the local agriculture and reduce environmental impact. Cortilia applies a series of marketing techniques in a rather academic way. In short, from price choice, all those nines and cents are not accidental, to discounts. Cortilia's marketing packages leads to users to spend more, but with the feeling of having saved a lot. The use of these techniques is certainly very useful for increasing the e-commerce revenue, but they should still be kept in check and not made too insistent. Otherwise, we risk losing users and also some ethics. Too Good To Go is one of the apps that is revolutionizing online commerce. Its operation is simple as it's fast, and this has allowed it to grow very quickly. However, what has brought them success is a very strong communication of the brand identity and its values. We can now say that food waste reduction is equal to Good To Go thanks to only two words, magic box. Too Good To Go makes the communication of its values the foundation of its business. Buyers take on the brand's mission, save food. Storytelling plays a fundamental role in making a purchase feel like an act of food justice. The buyer becomes the hero who saves food by purchasing a magic box and bringing home great products. It's the classic hero's journey in marketing. Now let's take a look at how the app works. As you can see in the image on the right, the first task the user will have to complete is geolocation, which is automatic. This way, the user will only see the shops in the chosen area. This is a perfect example of the application of our beloved user experience design. Through this space, the user filters among thousands of shops only those closest to them. Imagine being faced with dozens and dozens of different shops, from supermarkets to bars, from sports shops to fast food shops. Luckily for our user, the UX is there to help them make a choice. In fact, the content is organized in such a way to guide the user in their decision-making process. In the image, the first row of shops correspond to those recommended for the users based on their previous purchases. The second row shows shops that are about to close, such as bakeries and bars, and leverage a sense of urgency. Hurry, time is running out, book now. The third row shows new options to whet the user appetite. We're almost at the end of the user flow. In this phase, the user has chosen, at least for now, a shop and is evaluating it. Here they find very useful information such as pickup time, address, and reviews. However, the most important element is the content of the magic box. That's what the user wants to know before making a purchase. As we know, Too Good To Go plays precisely on this factor, activating a mechanism reminiscent of a fantasy novel. What's hidden inside the magic box? By doing so, this phase becomes a very positive moment for the user who, driven by adventure and discovery, is finally ready to click on the book button. Simplicity, that is the keyword of this checkout process. The user has made their choice and is ready to buy. They only need to choose how many magic boxes to purchase and how to pay. I repeat, they only need to complete two simple tasks. That's it. Do you remember the long checkout process of Cortilia? Here, the choice of relying on stores has simplified the user experience to the maximum. Once the magic box is purchased, the user only needs to go to the store at the indicated time, provide a code they will find on the app, and collect their purchase. That's it. Finally, we have arrived at Colvin, which is my favorite case study. Colvin is a unique e-commerce platform that sells flowers and plants. The sales system is straightforward, not too different from that of Cortilia. However, effective storytelling and the user experience design down to the smallest detail make Colvin one of the best examples of e-commerce in all sectors. Colvin, like Too Good To Go, also show us a disruptive and effective communication. From the colors to the tone of voice, everything indicates the true values of the brand, bringing the scents and shades of the freshest flowers and plants into people's homes, while helping nurseries and farmers increase their profits. Colvin uses one of the best methods to start the user experience on the website. It asks for the address and delivery date right away. You may wonder why it doesn't show the product catalog directly. Now think about the occasion when you buy flowers. Bingo! An anniversary, an event, an award ceremony, etc., etc. The user who buys flowers online wants to be sure that the flowers they purchase will arrive at the right place at the right time. Once the user has selected the delivery address and date, they can access the complete catalog of fresh flowers and plants available near their area. Here, the user is faced with the classic problem of choice, but Colvin has implemented filters on the site that allow the users to select a budget, colors, and type of flowers, making the selection process easier. Now let me tell you something. This product page is perfect. Once the users arrive here and see the flowers or plants they would like to purchase, they are positively struck by all the solution offered. In fact, users can choose the size of the bouquet or plant, select a base, add decoration, purchase a greeting card, or various accessories. However, Colvin doesn't stop here. They provide a series of truly interesting information for plant care, even going so far as to indicate if the plant may be toxic to pets. It's all perfectly crafted. Colvin uses a multi-step checkout process that is once again tailored to the user needs. Once the user has filled their cart, they can indicate who the purchased plants should be delivered to. This feature is particularly useful if the user wants to send a gift to a different location. The other user-friendly service is the choice of delivery time slot. which is presented alongside the selection of delivery date. This way, users can plan and organize the experience completely independently. After providing these last services, the user can make the purchase by entering their payment details. The user experience doesn't end with the purchase, but is enriched by the most classic of e-commerce services, shipment tracking. Colvin chooses to display the tracking information directly on its own website through a user-friendly screen designed to solve any problems such as change of delivery time and address. As you might have guessed by now, Colvin can only impress its users, and it does so by offering at least three services that will make them come back to purchase. The first one is the classic gift for a friend coupon. The user gives a €10 coupon for free and receives a discount of the same amount as a gift. The second one is the list of special dates. It reminds you of anniversary and birthdays, giving you a coupon to spend for your loved ones. Lastly, we have the subscription service for yourself or for someone you know, which allows you to receive a selection of flowers or plants at regular intervals. For the last time, everything is designed for user satisfaction. In this lesson, we'll look at three examples of e-commerce success stories: Cortilia, To Go, and Colvin. We'll notice how all the three brands have placed the user at the center of their experience, providing user-friendly services designed to meet the needs of the customer. In particular, Cortilia stands out for the quality of its local products and the transparency of its supply chain. To Go for its ecological mission and the fight against food waste, and Colvin for its attention to detail in every phase of the purchasing process, and its desire to retain customers through personalized services. That's it for today. Thank you for your attention and